Yo, what's up guys, Jason's here back with some breaking news. So according to Shams on Twitter, the Houston Rockets just traded Russell Westbrook to the Wizards for John Wall and a 2023 protected first round pick. Now to me, that's surprising and unsurprising. I'm not surprised because we know either James Harden or Westbrook will get traded away and they both requested a trade. I'm surprised because I didn't expect the Rockets to pull this off this fast. What I thought they would do is keep James Harden and Russell Westbrook for like a third of the season and trade them or one of them away before the deadline. Because last year, both of their value depreciated. Because we know James Harden and Russell Westbrook is not really a good backcourt duo. You know, they both are ball dominant point guard and they can't really play off ball. But I think the Rockets did this to simply keep James Harden. I'm just gonna be honest because I think Harden is not really satisfied with how the team is doing their stuff. You know, their owner is not willing to pay luxury tax to build a stronger roster. But I think, you know, from what the Rockets did this offseason, you know, getting Christian Wood, sending DeMarcus Cousins, I think they did that just for Harden. You know, so now the new duo for Houston would be John Wall and James Harden. But I'm still curious to see who will be the number one option on the team. Now let's talk about why both teams would do this trade. For Rockets, you know, it's really obvious. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, this duo doesn't work, right? And most importantly, Russell Westbrook is a pretty below average 3-point shooter. And for Houston, 3-point shooting is probably their major, you know, standard to measure play because that's pretty much how their offense is built. And most importantly, Westbrook can't play defense either. So like that's really something the Houston, you know, need to get him away. But the question I have for Houston is, John Wall hasn't played for a really long time because, you know, he has some like horrible injuries, right? You know, if John Wall is able to get back to the All-Star level, this is a huge win for the Houston Rockets. And plus, they're getting a first-round pick, so like, you know, some assets for the future. And now for the Wizards, I don't really understand why they would do this trade, right? You know, even though I think their major concern is they think John Wall may not be the same level. So just getting Russell Westbrook might, you know, be their best option. But the question with that is, what would they do with Bradley Beal? You know, Bradley Beal last year pretty much is the number one option for the Wizards franchise. You know, average 30 plus points. And I don't think Bradley Beal is really a, you know, good off-ball player like Klay Thompson, but he's definitely better than the James Harden and Westbrook duo. So now, if Westbrook get there, I think Westbrook will pretty much be the number one option, you know, as a, you know, ball handler, and John Wall can be the, you know, shooting guard around him. Because I remember when John Wall and Bradley Beal played together, they're able to, you know, share the ball pretty well and the offense flowing. So I think maybe this will work, but overall I think Rockets is the bigger winner in this case. You know, because from the paper, they're getting a first round pick back, right? That's, you know, what the Rockets are lacking because they barely have any picks from those previous trades. And James Harden and John Wall, these two players are simply better than Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. Because Westbrook isn't really Westbrook in OKC, the triple-double person. But now the only thing I want to see is how these two teams will switch their backcourt scheme, right? Because Harden used to be a player that, you know, is the absolute number one option, but now John Wall comes in. And for the Wizards, you know, Bradley Beal last year is the number one option. Now Westbrook comes in, and Westbrook used to be the number one option too. So I think I will be really interested to see how their coaches will, you know, switch their offense and defense and, you know, make sure their players can combine with each other pretty well. So as of right now, I don't have much breakdown of this, you know, trade and how both teams will go on different directions. But I just want to get this news to you guys to, you know, make sure you guys know the latest information. And I will definitely throw a future video on how this trade will impact both teams on a long term. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So this is pretty much it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a subscribe and follow me on social media with all the link in the description down below. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.